Another one opens. 2 months after Tracy's coronation, oh, can we please get this epilogue over with? We all know what we want. Yes, Tracy, I know. We all want me to go do the Full Metal Panic fic instead right now. But we have a review to do. We have a fic to do. So let's just smile and nod and get through it and get to the review. Right, right. Mothball was awakened by water splashing upon his face. Gah! He screamed, sitting up in bed. Don't kill me, Mr. Discord. I didn't mean to call you dads. The room erupted with laughter. Mothball shook himself to his senses as he had awoken him. His bedroom had been invaded by changelings. Standing on his left was Cinnamon Stick, and hovering above him was Thunderdash with an empty bucket. Rise and shine, lover boy, Pegasus cackled. Time for your surprise bachelor party. Mothball groaned as he squeezed the air out of his mane. What do you guys do? Invite the higher hives? Only once. General Mantis would allow off duty. Lieutenant Bombus exclaimed. All the females are at the bachelorette party with the queens. Love hunts no longer being a necessity for our survival. We have nothing better to do. Face it, dude. Cinnamon Stick said while shrugged. Who else were you going to fight to the fight? Yeah, 3 guys is hardly a party, Thunder declared. Wait till we see what you have stored for you tonight. Uh-oh, Mothball said warily. You didn't hire any hookers or strippers, did you? You know, I think Queen Chrysalis has something to do with it, Mama said, tapping his chin. Of course not, Thunder said, returning to Prince. I'm a married stallion now, remember? Plus, it won't let me hear the end of it. And we can't get drunk either, Cinnamon Stick added, since Thunder and I and about a quarter of the changelings here aren't old enough. The rest of us, what we have is totally legal, but not dolls. Mothball shrieked and was grabbed by the hose and lifted into the air. Mothball! The stallions and changelings shouted as they carried her to the door. Mothball! Mothball! Guys, the prince whispered harshly, you'll wake the others. They whispered to Westerway, Mothball, Mothball. So, you're gonna tell me why I had to give Dinky and Apple Blossom wings? Screwball asked Lightning Dash. Dinky cried as he twirled through the air. Give me a princess's reality. Well, nail it. Apple Blossom was crying as he flared new wings. Little Thunder gets a lot of money. Once we get to the location for your bachelorette party, you'll see what it's worth it. You didn't do anything stupid like hire a stripper, did you? Screwball asked. I think my mother started a trend, said Trixie. The 4 best friends were flying through the night sky, accompanied by the new changeling queen and a great number of female changelings. My, Apple Blossom said, waving her hoof, we're not that cat crazy. Besides, I'm a Lion Rayer. Believe me, said Lightning, this is gonna be better. Hey, Lightning, Screwball said as he glanced around the group. I thought you'd be bringing apple tart. Dinky said, scratching her head. It's apple tart from Manhattan, or the one from Manhattan? Manhattan. Wait, I was confused because the one from Manhattan's the stallion. That's what happens when you keep naming your foes into apples, Apple Blossom shrugged. Lately, every pony ends up with the same name. Yeah, the big society did really work out. See, it wasn't enough for a kind of relationship. What does that mean? The fact that you're both mayors or you live in different cities? No, it's the fed down of Pegasus since he was an Earth Furry. Oh, Stinky winced. That's just not right. I can't believe she's related to me. House of Blossom scowled. Wasn't she was president or anything. She didn't like the fact that I could fly, she couldn't. Guess she was sort of jealous. Hey, Snom. Leonard and I never let a silly thing like that come between us. Lightning shrugged. Guess we didn't really care about each other as much. Honey, it's never a problem for Aquafresh. She likes watching you fly. What happened between you guys anyway? Like, she didn't like you, remember? All right. I mean, what's the point of having a mare friend if you can't get along with my friends? Hey, I don't care if your mare friend hates me. He seemed really happy with Aquafresh. Oh, I was, but what does it matter? I get you guys to make me happy. She put her hose around the 3 friends. No, Trixie whispered. If you're looking for a rebound, I know a few female Kingsley to be up for that sort of thing. Lightning grins. Thanks. I think I'm going to take a little break before getting back in the field again. Dinky announced. Screwball looked ahead to see they were approaching a large cloud stadium. Surprise! Lightning cried. We booked the air hockey rink so we could have it all to ourselves and play until sunrise.
Point for the joke.
Screwball smiled. Oh, thanks you guys. This is a really awesome idea. Now I see why I had to make those wings. Thunder was always talking about how much fun air hockey was, Apple Blossom said. Yes, I take to play. Me too. Dinky piped. Trust me, much more fun than on the ground. When they entered the stadium, however, it was already full of Chainsleys. Male Chainsleys to be precise. Playing on the airfield with Thunder Dash and Mothball Cinnamon Stick cheering with the Chainsleys in the bleachers. Hey, what's going on? Every male turned to the females. Lightning? What are you guys doing here? His eyes wide when he knows his wife. Bless her with those wings. Apple Blossom blushed as she flared her yellow wings. You like him? Like him? You look... Yeah, whatever. We put the stadium for our bachelorette party. What are you guys doing here? We put this stadium for our bachelor party. What? Thunder, I told you we were having our party here. No, you suggested we have our party here. Well, we can't both have our parties here. Why not? Okay. Vic, just stop. Pause right here. I would be far more engaged in this joke if we spent about as much time with them as we did the audio play. We spent barely any time. We've had the bare thinnest amount of screen time with these characters. And now, we're here at the end of it all. The end of all things. And you're expecting us to enjoy this little comedy sketch. Other people might, but I'm not. You're making me enjoy a comedy sketch with cardboard. Flimsy, itty-bitty cardboard. The only ones who've had any depth, any development, are Screwball and Mothball. You want to know how you could have improved this whole thing? As much as I like Twilight, ditch her! You could have ditched Twilight and really just gone there. I hate continuing to compare this, but the new generation cast. And I'm not talking T5, I'm talking for Kira. Psst. Let's bring her. What? She changed her name. Again? What is it now? It's, Kia Namai. I'll just say Kia. For Kia did this so well. I was enraptured with that cast from the first fic I read with them in it. They were able to suck me in with that one fic. With the exception of Screwball, none of these casts have sucked me in. Well, Dinky, just because he's Dinky, I mean, I love her. She's the little adorable foal that drives my vocal cords to death. But anybody else here, I just don't really care at all. I don't care about this Apple Blossom. I don't care about Cinnamon Stick. I don't care about Lightning and Thunder or their siblings. I don't care. This whole bit just feels like it's dragging the ending out longer than it should. But go ahead, you guys. Continue having your sketch. I'll be over here having the popcorn. Thanks! Lenny raised an eyebrow. Why not? Because it ruined the whole concept, that's why not. Bachelorette party's supposed to celebrate a mayor's last night being single. You can spend that with your husband-to-be. Why not? It's his last night being single, too. Why can't we celebrate being single together? Because it's supposed to be a celebration of what you can't do as a single pony. It's supposed to be a little party of what you alone could do. Bringing in the wife or the husband kind of removes all that and stops being a one last night being single to just an evening with friends. And you could do that at any given time. The money's class teacher, Serious Six shrug. Well, we're all here. Yeah. Screwball said with serious smile. What do you say, girls? Up for a battle of the sexes? Yeah! Search for the skins! The girls could be skins! Yeah, it would help if we ponies were close. Well, the game's supposed to be played with two, Thunder insisted. The chaotic pony clapped their hose and a hockey stick appeared in everyone's hoof. I think we could change the rules a bit. I join you guys, but the spell mothball only works means we work on clouds and staring at the middle of the hockey field. No problem, Screwball says her tail snapped. Instantly, brown wings appeared on Simmons' back. Go! Tinky tried to see her went to hug her cold friend. Thunder went silently at Apple Blossom whispered, Hey, think Screwy will let you keep those leads a bit longer? It's like giggled. I'll let you promise to win that fight with me. Screwball's cleansed her fiancé, ready to be beaten. Mothball smiled, not a chance. Then bring it, lover boy. As the ponies and changelings got into their positions, Bulbous elbowed off Ball. You picked yourself to fight C1, your highness. Yes. Mothball said with a grin. How did I get so lucky? I don't know. I mean, if I was her after your little chapter back where you basically said, oh, by the way, Screwball, you have no choice. You're going to be a baby maker, whether you like it or not. I would have kicked you out the first moment I laid eyes on you. But that's me. Isn't there a point against this fic? This whole quest with Trixie, this whole thing just felt rather pointless, anticlimactic. What word am I looking for? It felt like it didn't need to be, in my eyes. Like, we could have had this whole story be about Screwball and Mothball's whole entire wedding thing, and I don't think it would have changed. Hell, you could practically sum up the whole entire Trixie adventure in just a few chapters. What? I don't want to be a changeling. Changeling queen. You have to be a changeling queen. I don't wanna. Please. Okay, ding! There. I just summed up over 17 chapters of material. Material that could have been used to better talk about Screwball and her friends and her adventures with them. We could have spent way more time than just Chrysalis is dying. Aww. You know, that makes me think. The sequel to Alice in Wonderland from Tim Burton featured an entire plot dedicated to how sad the Mad Hatter was. And the whole thing got overly complicated with a whole bunch of time travel Nonsense. When practically in the end, all it needed to be was just, "Hi, I'm a psychologist. I'm sad. Why? My parents died in a fire. Oh, I also have family issues. Oh, well, sit down. Let's talk about it. Ding! Problem solved." That's what this whole entire quest felt like to me. Especially since after you made Chrysalis into a horrible mother figure, I really did not care. I'm sorry, but the moment you have Chrysalis acting like she did to Trixie in Mothball, all sympathy kind of lost me. Maybe it's because my mom is so fantastic that I was raised by her perfectly and turned into a good person. I got a thing against characters like this, but no. Maybe if you showed Chrysalis caring for them a little bit, in spite of her not having a heart, if she showed favoritism to him, maybe I might show some compassion, but as Chrysalis was laying there dying, I was getting Trixie's party can, to be honest. Raining the balloons and raining to cheer her intimate demise on. But no, this fic wanted me to feel sorry. I did not. The next day, the Everfree Forest was filled with more ponies than ever before, for the wedding was to take place at the Chocolate Lake, where Screwball and Mouthball first met. Discord had put up protective bubbles so no rogue creatures would interrupt the ceremony. Twilight, who was serving as officiant, was putting the finishing touches on the wedding arch, which was a tangle of vines of pink, purple, and green roses. Elzak and myself were setting up the food tables. Well, at least on the bright side, this is a universe where I get to marry Applejack. I'm okay with this to be this universe. The pies were hanging out decorations on the trees, while Rainbow Dash and Soren were held against their seats. And that's another thing. Why couldn't the teenage pies show up and be silly about this? Again, in the audio play, they had some developed characters. I liked them. Then again, the audio play actually gave the kids more character. Granted, they're nothing compared to the likes of, say, Starburst, Crystal Clarity, or Emerald, or any of the next-gen cast from Kilala, but that fig is awesome. 2 white tents were set up where the bride and groom were getting ready. The bride's tent, Rarity and Fluttershy were helping Screwball into her gown. It was adjustable white with a pink veil and purple lollipops sticking along the skirt and collar. The 3 bridesmaids, Dinky, Lightning Dash, and Apple Blossom, were changing to their own gowns, while the already dressed Trixie, who was Mothball's best mare, was grooming Moonbeam in a flower filling. When Mothball was dressed, every pony gaped and all. "Aw, oh, Screwy," Fluttershy sniffed. "You're so grown up," Rarity said with tears developing her eyes. "I love to see you," Tinky peeked, slapping her best friend in the back. Yeah, best friends, so close that they barely had an adventure together. Like, it's not that hard, to set this up. I made my father the bride joke earlier, and that should have been it. Rather than this whole entire, "Hey, let's go a question," it should have been Discord, silly shenanigans, and wedding mishaps. I would have enjoyed, actually, that breakup scene. I probably would have enjoyed it a little bit more if, not completely, but a little bit more, if instead something silly happened. Like, I don't know, Mothball hanging out with one of the female leads, and they get really, really drunk. He tries walking her home and ends up making out with her. Screwball gets upset and runs home. Mothball makes it back to the home, trying to explain what happens, and out pops Discord with a chainsaw, hockey mask, and Freddy's claws, and says that he is going to kill him. Cue silly taste sequence. I would have loved that more, actually, now that I think about it, over this whole entire quest to save Chrysalis. My brother sure is lucky, Tracy smirked, new sister-in-law. You're gonna be my aunt. Ruby's here, something up and down. You're gonna be my aunt. We're not done yet, Rarity declared. I still need to cut your mane and tail. Oh my goodness, I'll do a nice set back. I left it on my seat so I can see it. I'll give for you that, Rarity. Lightning volunteered. The Pegasus flew out of the tent and over to the wicker chairs. She spotted Rarity sailbang in the front row. Just as she picked her out, her plum eyes met a pair of dark ones. They belonged to a white unicorn mare with a red and white blue striped mane and a squirt of toothpaste, the same colors as a cutie mark. Aqua, Lightning said after a long period of awkward silence, what are you doing here? You invited me, Squawkle's friend said, scrunching her nails. Remember? No, he didn't. Yeah, he did. He sent me a personal invite in the mail just this morning. But I didn't. Lightning paused and smacked herself on the forehead. Screwy! Uncle Fred groaned. I should have known. It's not like you to send something in the mail. You usually just come up and talk to me. I'm sorry, Aqua, but Screwy seems to have in her head that, well, we're meant for each other. They both blushed and looked down at their host. Weird, huh? Lightning chuckled. Yeah. Uncle Fred chuckled awkwardly. Especially since the reason we broke up is because you don't like her. I know, it's just, Screwy's more than just my friend, right? We know each other since we were in diapers. She's practically family. Such a nice family that you barely had any screen time until just now. Bravo, Fick. I am totally invested in this entire group of friends. The only thing that's keeping you guys just above having the friendship level of most of Starfleet cast is that, you're actually doing something more than just train. My friend and family can't get along. Yeah, I know. Not a long pause until Uncle Fred looked up and spoke. Hey, I've missed you. I didn't even met her eyes. Yeah, me too. Unicorn bit her lip. I mean, despite little disagreements, we had a lot of fun together. Remember our fifth date? The paintball match? And how we were all covered in paint? Lightning snickered. And how I looked more like my mom than ever? So did I. Then we said, darn, now we're related. Defense together. They laughed and caught each other's eyes again. Yeah, I miss those little moments. Well, Lightning said as he circled her hoof in dirt, we don't have to be a couple again, but can we at least be friends? Unicorn nodded. Yeah, that sounds good. Pegasus held out her hoof. Friends? Friends. That's what we said. Lyra and Bonbon snickered as they passed by, causing the two young mares to blush. Lyra and Bonbon. We've already had Shirley. We had Ditzy. All we need now is Raindrops and Carrot Top, and we would have the whole Lunaphar set. Lightning stammered as he picked up Rarity's bag. I gotta get this to my Aunt Rarity, so he can do Screwy's hair. Right. I guess I'll catch you later. Yeah, see ya. The Pegasus zoomed back to the bridal tent before things could get weirder. What took you so long? Apple Blossom asked. Sorry. Lightning says he handed Rarity her bag last second time. Screwball smirked at her friend. Now what are you so happy about? Huh? You're both crazy. Lightning glanced in the mirror and cheeks became even redder, making every pony giggle harder. It's nothing, she insisted. I'm just really happy for my best friend, Saul. Right. Screwball snickered. He just didn't happen to run into a certain unicorn with a highly hygienic smile. Lightning scowled. We'll talk about that later. Are you done messing with my mean, Mom? Moonbeam said. Why? You're pulling too hard. I'm done. Alright, Trixie said. At least I'm not making you wear those awful pants anymore. Stay here while I go check on the girl, okay? And maybe I'm just being overprotective of my mayor and my boss, Trixie. But when you've written something like Fall of Starfleet and you're part of the Luniverse and you've done so many fics with her, you feel a certain way that she should be connected or written. Even though technically with only a few episodes, especially by this point in the series, she didn't have that big of a character other than being arrogant, egotistical, etc., etc., etc. But there's always a way to make Trixie interesting as a character. I don't know why, but this doesn't feel like my Trixie to me. Doesn't feel like the feminine, normal vet looking Trixie. It just feels like a unicorn with Trixie's name slapped on it. And all of this attempt to explain certain things that he has makes me think of that pitch meeting skit whenever somebody tries to explain how they got a certain random object. Oh, next, you're not going to believe this, but we're going to talk about how she got her cape. Oh, really? Yep, we're finally going to get into that, sir. Oh, wow, I've always been wondering how she actually got that star-studded cape. I always assumed she just bought it, but now I'm going to actually know. How does he do it? Oh, well, she got it as a gift. Oh, wow, I feel so relieved now I know how she got that cape. Yes, sir, thank you. That's what it feels like. And yes, I would have preferred an OC. I would have preferred either an OC or this fic went out there and decided to give us Nightcrawler's backstory, where we don't know where they are. They find Trixie alright. Trixie says, yes, Trixie has a daughter, but Trixie isn't the princess. Then we find out that Trixie's been hiding Moonbeam. Who's the princess? Because Chrysalis changed into a stallion and knocked out Trixie. Because, let's face it, this whole Iron Will thing is as flimsy as this tissue paper. It just doesn't work. The only thing you've got going for them is that they speak in the third person. Oh, wow. That's about as flimsy as a relationship reasoning as they sit on a bench together. Hey! Sorry, girls, but it's true. I could do better than that in 5 seconds. As soon as they went to the flap of her tent, an amazing sight left her frozen in place. His back to her, but she could recognize that tail, that muscular creature anywhere, even with his hair gone gray. When he turned, his yellow eyes widened. Trixie, Iron Will gasped. Is that you? Actually, that probably would have made Chrysalis' death a little bit easier and a lot more sadder for me than this. Because you've already established that Trixie doesn't like being queen. And we still don't know how Trixie's still going to be, a showmare in all of this yet. Oh, please, chapter, explain that. And of course, her showboating and magic tricks were lame in this, compared to, some of the other fics I've read. Probably the best written Trixie romance I've ever seen is that one Twixie fic where Trixie and Twilight are in a relationship, but secretly. Trixie glanced down at herself, remembering that she was in her changeling form as often as these days. So, let me get this straight, Vic. Trixie's now mostly in her changeling form. Then realized that maybe if she wanted to keep her dreams, she should have kept her heart so she could have been a showmare. Is in a position she doesn't like. And is dating a creature that she has no business operating with. Why was this even Trixie? Just why? Why was Trixie even here? This seems like Trixie was just thrown in because, oh no, we forgot a character. So are we going to actually do this whole entire romance scene? Does Trixie have to? Well, I could always bring out a stallion that you had a crush on. Trixie's asexual, you know not! Oh yeah. Wait. I got it. Yes. How about we bring in a substitute? That could work. Okay. Starlight, come in! Tag in! Right. Actually, it's Queen Starlight now.
Oh.
I didn't get a chance to tell you. I'm not just a changeling. I'm royal. I only assumed that the changeling thrown a couple months ago, but what are you doing here? First I emerged from the tread to see why Starlight wasn't moving, and smiled. Oh, I will. Nice to see you can make it. Starlight glanced at the Pegasus and shot. You mean you? He and I go way back. I told him you'd be here. He has something to say.
I do,
Ironwill said as he filled his tie.
I was still thinking about over the last, what's it been, 10 years? I overreacted when you... Well, took me 5 seconds after you left to realize how stupid I've been. You were really trying to train me. You wouldn't have told me. Well, when I went after you, you had already gone. Besides, I felt guilty ever since. You relied on me with your biggest secret, and I let you down. I know it's too late to fix things, but...
Mom, what's going on? Ironwill froze as Philly with yellow eyes and a great horn came out of the tent. She looked up and admitted to her curiosity. Who's this? Starlight took a deep breath. Moonbeam, there's someone I want you to meet. Fluttershy grinned and went back inside to give the tree privacy. There, you see. Meanwhile, in the groom's tent, Discord was giving Mothball a hard talk. And speaking of which... Flap. Wow, Mothball, what a way to make me not like you for most of this fic. I mean, forcing her to change... Did you even give a thought about what she wanted? Or the reasons why she might want to have stayed who she was? Because it really doesn't feel like you did. And in the end, you had her apologize to you because she wanted to stay who she was. Not because you've realized a mistake. Oh, no. Because of her. She was the one. That just... No, Mothball. Just no. I really, really got mad at you for this one. And yes, I really was this close to not rooting for your relationship. I'm still a little bit iffy right about now. But hey, at least you had some character in this. Granted, not as good or written as the audio play. You know, I'm starting to think realize why Disney Fanatic didn't want to adapt this one. If these things you ask you to do anything at all, you do it. You know why? He said to rest in a whisper. Because no matter how much you kid yourself, she's in charge. Thunderdraft shrugged. It's true. Yep. Diggy and I aren't even married yet. I think I can handle it. Mothball said, seriously though. Discord said, giving the changeling a warning look. I'm giving you my greatest treasure. You better take care of her, you hear? Chill out, Uncle Discord, Simon6 said. He did give him a crown for her after all. Begrudgingly. I know, but someone's gotta say it. Daddy, why do I have to wear this? Saying wide as he filled his bow tie. Discord smiled and patted his own son on the head. Because your big sister is getting married, and as unfair as it is, you have to look presentable when carrying her rings. But the suit is itchy. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If you be good until the wedding is over, you can mess that suit up however you like. The girl full grinned mysteriously. Can I miss Twinkle's dress too? Discord hesitated. Sure. I heard that, Discord! The chronicles grinned secretly at the probably alicorn standing at the entrance. Whatever do you mean, Twilight? The princess rolled her eyes. Never mind. I'm just keen to tell you that we're about ready to start. Boys, you should get to your places. At Discord, you need to get Screwball. Mothball gulped. Well, here goes. Check out now, and you die. Discord whispered to the changeling as he exited the tent. He got an unexpected smile in response. Whatever you say, sir. The Chronicles did stunned as he watched the young prince head towards the waiting arts. Then he grinned satisfaction. He's learning, he muttered to himself. When Discord looked at the flap of his bridal tent, his smile was taken away by the sight before him. Rarity had just taken the curlers out of Screwball's mane, making it look cuter than ever. When she turned around, she had never looked more mature or beautiful. Discord sniffed as he wiped away a tear. My little girl. Dad, Screwball moaned as he couldn't help but smile a bit. It's that time already. Oh, we better get to our places, girls. As Rarity and the bridesmaid exited the tent, Firesight gave Discord and Screwball a peek at the cheek. Ready? She asked. Could you all give us a moment? Firesight smiled. Of course. At least their Zany hasn't undone his tie again. She flew out of the tent, leaving the father and daughter to have their moment. Old sweetie, Discord sighed as he brushed the curl on his little girl's face. You're almost as beautiful as your mother. Screwball raised an eyebrow. Almost. Oh, come on. You're never going to get me to admit that any pony is lovelier than your mother. She giggled. Fair enough. And that's another thing that's missing. We had plenty of time with Discord and Screwball in the previous chapter, in the previous story, but half of that was developed to, am I bad? Am I evil? Am I good? Am I bad? Am I chaotic? Or am I just a little bit mischievous? And of course, the other last third of it was dedicated to, right, third act breakup. I'm having another third act breakup, even though it's overdone. And then we have a little more dedicated to Mothball and Discord outside of danger. As a matter of fact, that was the thing that really teased me off about the whole Tazzlorm thing. I get it. It was thrown in there with a hammer, so that way Trixie could attain her ultimate form and yada yada yada. But it didn't need to be there. I always love Trixie when she's not OP. I love it when Trixie's not an alicorn or a queen or has the ability to upgrade. I love Trixie as the underdog. As if my fate for her in Fall Starfleet wasn't so clear. I love Trixie being the one who has to use illusions and tricks to outsmart her opponents. I love her being the one who has to worry more. While Twilight is the badass who could take on threats like nobody's business, I like Trixie being the one who's behind the other three overpowered unicorns, where she actually has to work for her wins. This adds a little variety compared to Sunset and Starlight, especially Sunset and Twilight. This gives Trixie a chance to go, okay, how am I going to get out this one? And even if she doesn't beat Twilight, at least it's giving her something encouraging. But no, for some reason, had to have the Tassel in there. Now listen here, Screwy. You may be a mayor now, but I just want you to know that no matter how old you get, I'll always be here too. Screwball threw her hose around his mill. I know, Dad. I know. I'll always be your little girl. Just like you'll always be my daddy, Discord. Nobody's ever going to change that. She looked up. When I didn't have my powers, it brought me home. It made me realize I can't always handle things by myself. There will be times when I need you, and I know all I have to do is whisper, and I'll come running. He finished for her. Well, not literally, because I could teleport. Well, you get the picture. So he turned his Waymart and started playing outside. Discord held out his lying arm. Shall we? Screwball nodded. She levitated her bouquet in one hoof and her father's arm in the other. She laughed as her father magically placed the veil over her head. They stood at the tent's entrance and peeked through as they waited for their cue. After Moonbeam and Zadie made their way down the aisle, Discord glanced out a star. Ready? You guys know what would have made this whole entire wedding scene even better? And maybe move this fic a few points up in my eyes? If they copied the Princess Diaries 2 ending. And despite me not liking the couple, either marrying Trixie or in Iron Will together, or picking a random couple that we developed way early and marrying them off. I would love the ever-loving hell out of that. But, then again, I really love the relationship on Princess Diaries 2, and I love that ending. It's so cute, sweet, and heartwarming. Screwball took a deep breath and nodded. He magically opened the tent so that he could proceed down the aisle. On the left side sat the member of Screwball's RA family, as well as many of our acquaintances from Ponyville and the Princesses. The groom's side was so flooded there wasn't enough seats, so many of the changelings were above. The bride looked behind at the head of the wedding arch, and Twilight stood directly beneath, with Mothball in her house. Standing behind him was Trixie, Zany, Cinnamon Stick, and Thunderdash. Dinky, Lightning, and Apple, Blossom, and Moonbeam stood on the other end of the arch. Screwball noticed all of them, but her eyes were focused on the handsome changeling in the tux. She was glad that for once, in public, he wasn't in disguise. When he reached the arch, Discord kissed the star's hoof, so he could clearly see the tears forming in his eyes. Then he took a seat beside his wife. Screwball handed her bouquet to Dinky and faced the groom. Mothball looked at her veil to reveal her smiling face. Then he turned to the Princess of Friendship. Mares and gentle colts, Twilight announced. Changelings and everything in between. We are gathered here today to celebrate the union of Screwball and Princess Mothball. 20 years ago, I said the exact words for Screwball's parents. None of us thought that relationship would go anywhere. There was a light snicker from the crowd. Well, we all make mistakes. But you do know that what makes love so grand fixes those mistakes. For we are not only celebrating the union of two individuals, but the union of two species who have been at war for centuries. We've come a long way in the past few decades. Enemies become friends, the heartless become whole, nobody's getting a heart, and hatred has turned to love. We would not be where we are today if it hadn't been for these two. Now they can celebrate their love with no regrets. I regret things. To you, Prince Mothball, take this bride to be your awfully loving wife, in sickness and health. Or as long as you both shall live, Mothball nodded, I do. And do you, Screwball, take these changeling to be your awfully wedded husband, sickness and health, as long as you both shall live? You bet I do, Screwball exclaimed. Twilight chuckled, turned to say, May I have the rings, please? The young cult lifted the pillow, and Twilight levitated the rings over to the bride and groom. One was placed on Mothball's horn, and the other on Screwball's hoof. By the power invested in me, Twilight Fist, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the... Screwball grabbed Mothball and pressed her lips against his. The groom?
Oh, that's my girl, Discord cheered.
Now, I'm not gonna say I hate this. I mean, they're kissing each other. Might as well praise this a little bit. I'm not gonna say I hate this story. No. I mean, if I did, I would be riffing this a lot more. And this feels... I mean, there's a lot of good in it. It's quickly paced. Didn't feel like it was a dredge, unlike Reality Check Fix. The characters were established who they were. Twilight got to do a few things. And the third act breakup wasn't nearly as painful as the others. Although, did we have to rely on that trope 3 freaking times in 3 separate stories? Twice, mind you, with the same couple. Twice! But, and Moonbeam over there is adorable. Iron Will's still a braggart. And Chrysalis' death was well written. The author did do a good job of trying to elicit some sympathy, but for me, it takes a lot more than just saying, I had a bad childhood, to make me sympathize. Or, I had a bad childhood and the guy that I liked didn't like me back. Ugh. But that's just me, okay? I'm not so easily swayed when a person tells me about their sad backstory and their sad home life and that they're a little bitty broken heart. You want to see a really good sympathetic villain? Go watch Full Test 5. Or Macross. Or Macross Frontier. Or Macross 7. Or just Macross in general. Or, you know what, just watch a really good real robot anime. Or Gundam Seed, which I would like to point out I've fallen back in love with. After reception, Screwball conjured up hot air balloon with just married sign to take care of Mothball to their honeymoon. No. I mean, Trixie would brighten this mood up. No. Come on. No. I got chills. They're multiplying. And I'm losing control. 'Cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying. You better shape up. 'Cause I need a man. And my heart is set on you. You better shape up. You better understand. To my heart, I must be true. Nothing left for me to do. You're the one I want. You're the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey. You're the one I want. You're the one I want. Ooh, 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 honey. You're the one I want. You're the one I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The one I need. Oh, yes, indeed. If you're filled with affection and you're too shy to convey, mediate in my direction, feel your way. I better zape up, 'cause you need a man. I need a man who can keep me satisfied. I better shape up if I'm going to prove. You better prove that my faith is justified. You sure? Yes, deep down inside. And Discord gives her a house model. They throw the bouquet, and Twinkle and Zany catch it, and there's a little bit of silliness between each other, and a little fear of, oh no, are they going to get together? You're the one I want, ooh, 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 honey. You're the one I want, ooh, 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 honey. The one I want, you're the one I want, the one I need. Oh yes indeed, you're the one I want, ooh, 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 honey. You're the one I want, ooh, ooh, honey. The one I need, oh yes indeed. You're the one I want, ooh, 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 honey. The one I want, ooh, ooh, honey. The one I need, oh yes indeed, yeah! Trixie, you cannot tell me doing a Grease music number wasn't a great way to end this. Just finish with whatever else you got for this review. Trixie will be resting your head. But yeah, this fic just felt like it didn't need an epilogue. If it really wanted to impress me, it should have focused more on wedding preparation shenanigans than anything else. As it is, it just felt like a kind of a ending to a decent trilogy. But for this whole series as a group, I'll admit I had been wanting to read this, even though the ship is not exactly something I'm okay with. I'm always iffy about Fluttershy and Discord falling in love. I mean, if people like it, they like it, but for me, it just feels so cliche. I just say you become your friend.
I love you.
It just feels like it's going against with what the show was trying to tell us. That friendship helps us all. And I'd rather them just being friends. Somebody tried to complain on Fall that I was saying that, oh, this girl was changed by love and that's why he wanted Celestia. That kind of got to me. Because that wasn't what I was saying at all in that story. I was trying to figure out how to better point that out, and they have told me how to. Basically, it sums up that, yes, I do need a fucking red neon sign that says, Discord was changed by Fluttershy and nothing else! And beat you over the head with it. That is their opinion. But that's how I feel. I prefer the idea that you can have a male-guy relationship without falling in love. And just having them do that kind of takes me out of it. Not only that, but I would really love to see a Discord Pinkie Pie ship, but that's me. But I was curious about it because, hey, this person is on YouTube and has an audio play series that does way better than me. And it's got some really good cast people on there, and I'm subscribed to her, and I love audio plays. I love fanfic done in this style. So I wanted to listen. So I did. And doing this whole entire series was a good excuse. Not only that, but I did say I would do it once this particular story was done. And I have. Do I regret looking at it? No. This was still a lot of fun at points. The audio play blows this fic out of the water. And I think Disney Fanatic does way better doing this as an audio play than she does this as a fic. I do enjoy some of the kids. I love Screwball, and I do love the writing of Discord in this. I just wish the second generation of kids were developed more than just clone, 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 and had a little more oomph to them. Again, see Kilala's Next Gen universe. I would have loved it if we had something like that. But we didn't. We just had woohoo, them. And the stories were told at a quick pace. That was good, and I didn't feel too much dragging. My complaints, you've already seen what I had with these stories. But beyond that, still a good trilogy, and if people want to enjoy it, fine. I just don't think it's going to follow under my library of things to read just in case I'm suffering badly. Well, time for a little vacation. If people need me, I'll be over in the Full Metal Panic universe, bringing you a cool Full Metal Panic story. Because, oh my god, I love Full Metal Panic. See you then.